Hi friends, my name is Aqil Ahmed, and in this particular video tutorial we will see how to use SQL authentication connection in SSIS and how to make the connection dynamic, so that in case if you change the connection properties like username or password or SQL server name or database name, so you can change them using the SSIS variables and then the connection should be changed automatically. So this is my profile. I have 13 plus years of experience on Microsoft technologies. So the agenda of today's video tutorial is how to use SQL authentication connection in SSIS and make the connection dynamic. So let's jump to the demo. So right now I have SQL Server 2019 instance that I will be using in this particular demo. So first I will make a connection which will be by default the Windows authentication connection, and then I will change the connection to the SQL authentication connection. So in the SSIS database we have a table emails, and in the SSIS package I will connect to this database and will try to get the counts from this. Although I will not show the counts, but at least you will know that we are making a connection and we are trying to run a query on the database. So in case the connection will be successful, then the query will run fine. Otherwise, if connection won't be successful, then this query will fail. Okay, and now I have a demo user that I created in my last video. I will share the link in the description if you want how to create a user. Password of this demo account is my name. Okay, so this is the user, SQL user, and this is the password. So let's open the SSIS package. So this is my blank SSIS package where I have not done anything right now, and we don't have any SSIS variables or anything here. But to make the connections, what we will do, we will first of all drag and drop the execute SQL task, and maybe we can call it like run SQL query, and just right click and edit it, make a connection to the SSIS database. This connection was already there, so let me just delete this connection and make a fresh connection. So this connection will be, by default it will be Windows authentication connection. So let me just grab the server name. So just run this query, it will give you the server name. I can put the server name here, and then I can select the SSIS database. Test connection, so the connection got succeeded. So the authentication type is Windows authentication. Okay, if you just want to make the connection SQL authentication connection, then it's easy that you can select the SQL server authentication from here and put the username here and then password and save my password, then click the test connection. So the connection is successful as well. Okay, so maybe you can do that. So click OK. Okay, so this created an OLEDB connection with the username. So click OK, and now you can run the SQL query. So maybe I can just copy this one and paste it here, click OK, and then click OK. So this particular connection is a SQL server authentication connection. If you hover your mouse on the connection string property, so you will notice that there is data source, SQL server name, and then user ID, initial catalog, all this information. So this is a SQL authentication connection. And now let me just try to execute the SSIS package. So this should be successful. Okay, so you can see that the query ran fine. So far I have created this particular connection, and if you want to make this connection as dynamic, and maybe if you want to pass the values dynamically like server name or database name or username or password, if you want to make all those values dynamic, then you need to create the SSIS variables for them. So let me just click on the variables and then create some SSIS variables. The first variable I can create is connection string, and data type can be string, and we need to provide the connection string for SQL authentication here. Okay, so from Google you can find the connection string for the OLEDB connection. So maybe if you write here connection string for SQL authentication, connectionstring.com website will open, and you can open this particular website. And then in the OLEDB providers there is an option Microsoft OLEDB driver for SQL Server. So just click on this one and scroll down. So you will find that standard security and this particular string. So you can just copy this particular value and then paste this value into the expressions window. So in the expression put a double quote and then paste the value here and then end the double quote. Now you need to provide the values for the SQL server name, database name, user ID, and password. Okay, so for now you can just evaluate expression, click OK. Now you need to create those variables so that those values can be used in the connection string. So we can create a SQL server variable here, and data type can be string, and the value for the SQL server is this one. So you can copy from here and then create another variable which you can call maybe like database, data type can be string, and the name of the database is SSIS. Okay, now create another user which you can call as user. Data type can be string, and our SQL username is demo. And then create another variable, and you can call it like password, and data type can be string, and its value is Akil. Okay, so these variables I created, and now we need to use the values of these last 4 variables inside the connection string SSIS variable. So just click on the expressions. Under server name, my server address, you need to put double quote plus plus double quote, and you can drag and drop the SQL server variable here. I will share this particular string with you, so in case if you want to use, then you can use that. Now under database, my database name, you can just put double quote plus plus double quote, and now you can drag and drop the SSIS variable database name. Under my username, you can put double quote plus plus double quote, and then you can drag and drop the user SSIS variable here. And now under my password, you can put double quote plus plus double quote, and then you can drag and drop the password SSIS variable here. Okay, evaluate expression. So this seems good. Now what we are doing in this particular connection string, we are using the values from the SSIS variable SQL server, SSIS variable database name, SSIS variable user, and then SSIS variable password. Now click OK. So this connection string is very dynamic. If you change the value of any of this particular 4 variable, the value will be changed in the connection string. Now we need to assign the value of this connection string to our OLEDB connection. So just click on this one and go to the expressions, and then in the expressions you need to select the connection string property. So there is a connection string property. Now in the expressions you need to just drag and drop the connection string property here, evaluate expression, click OK. So the value of the connection string will be assigned from the connection string SSIS variable. Okay, so just click OK. So this particular connection is now dynamic, and if you rerun the SSIS package, then it will try to get the data from the same database, SSIS database, on the SQL Server 2019 instance. Now suppose if I want to change the name of the database, and instead of SSIS, if I put something else like SSIS1, and if I rerun the SSIS package, then the connection should be filled because there is no SSIS1 database. So if you go to the output, you will see that cannot open database SSIS1. So it seems like the value of the database is not correct. So the connection is very much dynamic, and you can just put any value here, any valid value, and it will work. So this is how we can make the connections dynamic in SSIS. Thank you guys for watching the video, and if you like the video, then please click the like button. Do subscribe to our channel, press the bell icon, and click on all so that you will be notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much.